You spent 4 years and $120,000 to learn something a $12 book could have taught you. And the worst part? You're still paying for it. Right now. Today. 10, 15, 20 years later. I'm going to show you the math nobody showed you before you signed those loan papers at 18 years old, and why the safe choice turned out to be the most dangerous financial decision most Americans will ever make. Stick around, because by the end of this video, I'll show you exactly what to do instead, whether you're 18 or whether it's already too late and you're drowning in the debt. For 60 years, there was one sentence that ran American households. Go to college, get a degree, get a good job. Your parents believed it. Your guidance counselor believed it. The entire system was built around it. And for a while, it was true. In 1980, a bachelor's degree cost, on average, about $10,000 for 4 years total. A summer job could cover it. The average starting salary afterward was enough to buy a house within a few years. That world is dead. Today, the average cost of a 4-year degree is over $110,000, and that's before interest. Meanwhile, starting salaries have not kept pace, not even close. In the next section, I'm going to show you the actual return on investment of a college degree in 2026, and compare it, dollar for dollar, to just investing that same money instead. The numbers will surprise you. Let's run real numbers, not feelings. Numbers. Say you take out $100,000 in student loans at 7% interest, which is close to the current federal rate for many programs. Standard repayment plan, 10 years. You will pay back roughly $139,000. That's $39,000 in interest alone. Money that produces nothing, builds nothing, and disappears the moment you send it. Now here's the part that should make you angry. If instead of college, you had invested that same $100,000, even in a boring, unglamorous S&P 500 index fund, averaging a historical 10% annual return. In 10 years, that money would have grown to roughly $259,000. That's not the cost of college. That's the opportunity cost. The money you didn't just spend. The money you didn't get to grow. And I haven't even factored in the 4 years of lost income while you were sitting in a lecture hall instead of working, saving, and investing. But wait, before you go pause this video and burn your diploma, I need to be fair here, because there's a version of college that's actually a phenomenal investment. Let's talk about who college actually still works for, and who it's quietly destroying. Not all degrees are created equal. This is where most personal finance content gets it wrong. They either say college is great or college is a scam. The truth lives in the details. Engineering, nursing, computer science, accounting, degrees tied to a specific, licensed, in-demand skill. These still tend to pay for themselves, often within 5 to 7 years of graduating. But general degrees, the ones without a direct occupational pipeline, those are where the trap closes. Graduates in these fields frequently end up in jobs that never actually required a degree in the first place, all while carrying the same $80,000 to $150,000 in debt as the engineering major next door. Here's the number that should be taught in every high school in America. Nearly 40% of college graduates end up in jobs that don't require a college degree at all. Read that again. 4 in 10 people who did everything right, went to school, got the piece of paper, are working jobs that never needed that piece of paper to begin with. They didn't buy a career. They bought a $100,000 piece of paper and a couple decades of monthly payments. So if the system is this broken, why does everyone still push it? Stick with me, because the next part is the part that actually made me angry when I first learned it. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Colleges don't lose money when you drop out, fail to find a job, or default on your loans. They already got paid. Universities collected billions in tuition, expanded their administrative staff faster than their teaching staff for decades, and built increasingly lavish campuses, all funded by tuition and loans that students, not the school, are on the hook for. Meanwhile, the loans themselves? In most cases, they can't even be discharged in bankruptcy. Car loan, credit card debt, business debt. All of that can potentially be wiped out in bankruptcy court. Student loan debt, in nearly all situations, follows you until it's paid, no matter what happens in your life. That's not an accident. That's a design. This isn't a video telling you the entire system is a conspiracy. It's a video telling you the incentives are not aligned with your outcome. The school gets paid whether you succeed or not. You only get paid if you make the right call going in. So here's the resolution. What do you actually do with this information? If you're 18 and deciding right now, only take on debt for a degree with a clear, licensed, in-demand outcome. Nursing, engineering, accounting, the trades that now require certification. If the major doesn't have an obvious job attached to it, either go in debt-free through scholarships and community college transfer credits, or seriously consider a trade certification instead, many of which cost under $10,000 and lead to 6-figure careers within a few years. If you already have the debt, stop treating it like something to slowly nurse for 20 years. attack it. Look into income-driven repayment only as a last resort, not a strategy. The interest compounding against you is the real enemy. Every extra dollar you throw at the principal early is worth more than that same dollar thrown at it in year 8. If you're a parent watching this for your kid, the old advice: go to any college, figure out the major later, is financially dangerous today in a way it simply wasn't in 1985. Have the ROI conversation before senior year, not after the first tuition bill. College isn't dead, but blind, undirected college. The version most people still default to. Might be the single most expensive financial mistake of the average American's life. If this opened your eyes even a little, the next video breaks down exactly how to build wealth without a degree, the paths nobody tells you about in high school. Subscribe, because wealth theory exists for exactly one reason: to tell you the numbers everyone else is too scared, too paid, or too invested in the old system to tell you. I'll see you in the next one.